Hey there, cool cats. Welcome back to Illuminating Media. I'm your host, Colin Steinman. Last time, the adventuring party, known as Kent Adventure, returned from their escapades in the Goblin Nest, and along the way found themselves encountered with an ogre zombie. Easily dispatched, they made it back to Naples, and they did some shopping. Now, I believe Garnet was still playing cards, and the rest of them are outside the shop, known as Grobnar's.
True that.
Hmm?
That was all that happened.
Yeah, no, not a lot. That's okay.
I heard they met a really cool dude, though.
Yeah. There was also an announcement over the loudspeaker to keep an eye out for suspicious activities in the morning.
Right.
The day is yours.
We're just going to go to the library.
Yeah. So you break away from the pack, go to the library.
I'm going to find an altar. I assume there's got to be at least one.
You would remember the ones,
We went to our first day.
Yes.
Yeah, the training altars. With the myriad of gods and goddesses.
I'm in this picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing by and grab a quick snack and then go to where I was training.
That'd be the courtyard.
Yes.
The open air for jumping.
Yes.
And then Quintus, Lily, and Garnet.
Probably go train once I have my little, 15 minutes of fun time.
I'm going to get a blueberry muffin.
My allotted 15 minutes.
And then I'm going to also, start training, tighten up the bowstring a bit, get my groove back.
You would remember that your trainer is Devon of the Everblooming Lily.
Oh, of course, Devon of the Ever-Blooming Lily. A good trainer.
So glad I keep using him.
Oh, the high.
And then we murdered him in cold blood.
Hi, Alan.
And then the Lily.
I was probably going to do the same with Barry, I guess, snack and then go train.
No. So, let's start off.
Are the blueberries rich in antioxidants?
Yeah. But you did just have breakfast.
Where are they cultivated?
Blueberries?
Who cultivated them?
Or
Yeah,
were they
well.
blessed?
You imagine it might be Devon.
Are they locally sourced?
Probably. You'd have to roll a nature check for that.
Can you please do it?
Are they gluten free?
Are we rolling a nature check to determine the locally sourced blueberries?
I am.
I gotta roll a DC then, hold on.
Amazing.
I rolled a nat 1.
These are some nasty
Might as well get
blueberries,
this out of the
boy,
way.
I tell you what.
Oh,
Yeah.
moonberries.
You got
Localized
fake berries.
berries. Oh, this is actually shit.
They're actually just plastic blueberries.
They're still rich in antioxidants.
Your teeth bounce right off it.
You're kind of like smacking your legs
strength check.
together, and you're like, wax?
Delicious.
Delicious.
And you realize you've picked up a candle.
Well,
Whoopsie.
Not again.
not the grossest thing I've eaten today.
Well,
no.
Happens to the best of us. But,
It was a squeaker toy.
everybody roll me a D6. So you was going first in this little,
D6.
little adventure group.
I got a 6.
Okay, it's probably gonna be you.
I got a 5.
So 5 for Tenori and you. 4. And then Orly, you rolled a 6?
I don't think so.
So you arrive at the library and you see Susanna sitting in her rocking chair. Over off to the side, there's the man in the black cloak, referred to as Callum by Susanna, talking to a fawn man. This weird deer combination man. They seem to be really getting into each other. Not aggressively, but in a heated discussion.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I was like,
yeah, I was like, damn.
I have to correct myself here.
They
Otherwise, you
fucking
guys
in the library
they fucking.
in front of his mom or grandma or whatever.
Well, I'm used to this kind of aggressive bullshit.
That's what it does.
No, but she sees there and goes like, "Oh, hello."
I'm gonna wave to Susanna and then kind of go over to what? Callum?
Callum.
I'm gonna see what they're arguing about.
Roll me a stealth check. Because, they might be talking about something.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
I don't really...
that is why Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is pure pornography.
I got a 16.
You hear this statement, from Father Reich. Who would be known as Father Reich, but is, just a fawn for you. You guys having a nice jam?
Yeah, can you guys calm the fuck down? Sorry, I've been so sick of my head now to share. Shit.
You hear,
But also,
We give her all our money.
you hear, the
And
fawn
some
man
days,
say,
literally.
I understand, but the mindful would be extremely useful to the Naples. You understand this? And thought about yes and no, but it's just not safe. Then you are noticed, and they go, "Oh, hey there, young one. How are you?"
What's not safe?
We were discussing putting up a barrier around Naples that would allow free passage for people, but would disallow monsters to come.
What do you consider a monster?
Oh, a dragon, or like a demon,
Huh. Okay.
or like zombies or goblins or things like that.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. Why aren't you doing it?
Callum is already gone. He's just like, no.
Rude.
It's good.
And then Father Reich just takes over like, oh, it's not safe because Michaels are a very powerful form of magic. To use exceptionally powerful forms of magic that go beyond the scope of what we're really capable of, we gotta sacrifice some things. But we haven't really pegged down the specifics for it. Which is kind of experimental.
Maybe a weaker barrier with stuff that you can manage.
Well, that's what we've got going on around this place, this campus, if you would call it, the Adventurers Guild. We've got this set up so that fey creatures and fiends can't come in, but...
Well, it doesn't seem like it's working super well. There was a report of suspicious stuff earlier.
Yeah, that's why we think we've got a breach, but, you know...
What could be breaching? Like, should I be looking out for something? Or...
Well, persuasion check.
I'm good with that.
Well, that's good, because you might be pretty good at insight.
Wah, wah, wah.
Womp womp.
22. How good at insight is he?
He rolled a 4.
No, he rolled a 3. He's like, he gives you up and down, he's looking at you just like,
I'm innocent enough.
you seem pretty trustworthy. There's been suspicions of an incubus within the campus. Do you know what an incubus is by chance? Just by stray chance.
That smirk was out of character, so
Yeah.
I immediately thought. What's that?
It's a demon from the Nine Hells that has breached our barrier and is putting dreams into people's heads that make them think that they want to do something, right? Like kill someone.
BFG?
But they're dangerous that they control people's minds.
Oh.
It's there. And it's really hard to peg them down, too. They do this awful thing where they just turn into, like, mist and disappear.
Would you be able to, like, would he be disguising himself, or...
Oh, absolutely. They can change their appearance to look like literally anyone. And it's awful. It truly is awful.
So should I be looking out for anything in particular?
I know they're very vain. They like to make themselves look extraordinarily beautiful, just on purpose to be a front. Unless they're specifically clever and they just like to make themselves look dirt ugly. I don't know why they
You're
do.
leaving that awfully open-ended.
Well, it's a very complex thing. You can't expect them to follow any one trend.
I guess that's fair.
But I gotta go find Callum because we weren't really done. You have good luck in your studies.
Thank you. You have a good luck with the new barrier.
Thank you. Try to make sure this one sticks.
Yes.
And he kind of prances off. Almost.
Prizes. I'm gonna go back to Susanna.
She's like, hello there, dear.
I learned Mage Armor.
That's good. That's a very good spell to learn.
What should I learn next?
Let's go ahead and check through my list of things I like to teach to newcomers. It's very important we go through the list. Okay. Do you have the cantrip prestidigitation? Very simple. And she just kind of like makes some like small sparklers with her fingers, and it's like
Orly is delighted.
it's so simple you almost do it absent-mindedly.
I don't have that.
It's very easy. And she gives you like this almost pocket-sized book out of her like robes. She's like, here you are.
Thank
This
you.
will take you no less than an hour, honestly.
Yay.
And you didn't like the last CD I gave.
No.
So I've got something else, and she pulls out this CD. It says Red Sabbath on it.
Nice.
You don't quite get it, but she gives you the cassette player, the cassette, and she's like, "You enjoy this, and you go study that."
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sit down and start listening to it.
All right, I need intelligence, constitution, and charisma saves.
Okay.
Sorry,
You said intelligence, constitution, what?
and charisma.
Alright, I 17, 18, and a 13.
Once again, you got 2 out of the 3. So what was the last one there?
The last one was the charisma for 13.
Okay, so this is another. So you put this on, and it's just death metal. Just screaming in your ears. It is distressing. And you're
the
almost like,
marshmallow does not like.
it's like you put it on, take a nod, you take a nod. But no, you with those rolls you learn prestidigitation. It's a cantrip that's pretty versatile, but ultimately useless.
Okay, so I do learn that.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that's what you learn. But you don't. You feel like you were on the verge of improvement, but sadly no.
I'm gonna go back to her and say, like, maybe we could not do the music again. That one was awful.
I figured it's always a shot in the dark with that.
Yes. Is there anything I could, like, take and, like, just have and read in my spare time? Like, just
big
keep with
one.
me. Yes.
A big one.
Yes. A big, good one. I want to be
Big.
helpful.
Good one. Let's look through my. Now, are you powerful enough for the second tier of magic?
Yes.
I'll go through. She like pulls up a book and she's like searching through it. It's an old book and it has like her name in cursive on the front and like looks a lot like her own personal spell book. This one. She gives you a book with the cover of which you recognize to be illusion, as you've learned an illusion spell by now.
What's this?
Invisibility.
Ooh.
This is exceptionally useful, and you can use it on yourself or any of your companions.
Ooh, how long do you think it'll take me?
It might take you a day or two, maybe, depending on how well you commit to this book. But the spell itself lasts an hour. It's an hour of doing what you need to do, but make sure you concentrate on it. The spell drops if you lose focus.
Okay. Do you have music for this one we can try again? Or
She ruffles through her bag and she ruffles through her bag and gives you a CD that says Firesmith. This one's one of my favorites.
Hardcore granny.
Grandma's cool as hell.
Oh, she was.
I'd like to picture like Morley's like, here, Garnet, listen to this, and he's just like, whatever.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh, this is so
You just like drive the carriage.
Oh,
Garnet,
cool.
what do you listen to? Nothing.
Alright, and from that was a lot. You did good there. We're gonna move on to okay, so I got 5s from Quintus and Daria. Both of you roll another d6. See who goes first. 3! A good center.
a 4.
Daria. So you make your way to the courtyard and this time
Remedial math? Remedial
you find nobody there for a second, but then Delthrush lands back down and he looks at you and goes, "Oh, sorry. I was practicing on my own as Deltosh didn't come today. Anyway, are you ready to begin?
Sure.
Alright. Yep, it's all the physical ones. Strength, dex, and con.
Saves or
Saves. To give you the best chance of these, because you are working out.
we got a 16 on the dex. A
High jumps?
Huh?
Controlled jumps?
Yes.
They're good.
We got a 9 on the strength
Not too high of jumps.
and a 5 on my con.
You got winded pretty quick. So he's looking at you and goes, "Well, that's alright. Maybe you're just having an off day. I'm going to go find Delta. She hasn't been here all day, and we're supposed to meet you here."
Okay.
No, if you want to help, can you help me with him?
Sure.
I'm going to go check the the auditorium, could you check the library for me?
Sure. Instead, I'll go check the direction that he went the last time.
Yes. So he does take a different direction from the first time, because the first time he went somewhere else. But this time you go, you actually end up following him to the auditorium. You're like, alright, that works too.
Oh no, I meant where Deltosh went last time. Like we practiced. Because he walked off.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so.
So the first time it looked like Del Thrush headed to the library. This time it's like, because all three of you took this direction.
Okay.
But you both walk in kind of roughly the same time you were before, because you're like, I'm gonna do my own thing. But you both walk in and you see Deltosh on the stage of the auditorium, like giving a performance with bards. And Del Thrush takes like a sharp inhale for a second, he's like, and he kind of like walks away. Then he turns back around and is like, thank you for helping me.
I had a hunch.
I suppose it's just you and me with the Dragoon. Speaking of which, when you're strong enough, come back and I'll have something more. Out of game terms. When you hit level 5, come back.
Okay.
But that's pretty much all I got for you.
Okay.
Sorry, I was a little short.
That's alright.
And then next up was Quintus. So,
That face.
so you are like, time to train. You go back to the first place you went to. The first time you went here, you were kind of off-put and you didn't really find him too well. He was just kind of in the tree and you didn't really rouse his suspicion. This time you walk through the brush and you're like, oh, I missed him the first time. He's right there.
What an idiot.
Well, hey there.
General Kenobi.
Well, hello there.
We don't have the right side either.
That's a mean you.
Snake?
Memes are, they're
Not a big
fair. What up? I mean, hello, good sir.
How are you doing?
Dark, a little gloomy, but I'm doing alright.
It's fair. Take a seat and we can erase that gloom.
Oh, well,
By the way, my name's Devon.
Oh, Devon, well, Quintus.
It's a very loose handshake. He's like hardly there.
Oh, well, Thank you. Yes.
You like nature.
Like
Nature-based
nature? You might say I'm proficient in nature.
Nature magic. You like it?
Nature magic. Yes, I dabble in magic, but I'm not really much of a magician. You might say I'm just more of a conquer my enemies kind of person. Save my
Ranger,
friends.
if you will.
You might say I'm a ranger,
Nice.
but I'm not the only one.
Too bad you couldn't save your friends in your life party.
You're not here,
Your sins crawl under me.
like a turtle. And you hit me in the face.
But if you want, we can go over basic aerial making. Stringing your bow with the bow breaks.
I would love to go over arrow making because you see, I use a lot of arrows when I destroy my enemies.
That's how it does. So, for you can choose to do training, or you can choose to learn just I can make arrows.
I can make arrows now.
So there's no roll for this because it's pretty easy. He's like, so the real thing about it is what you want to put on the arrowhead. See, some people like to do that thing where they put metal or rocks on the tip. You just do straight wood. It does the same thing pretty much, but it breaks. Breaks instantly is the problem. So you can't go back up and grab your arrows. That's just like... That's
Yeah,
like,
so I should probably get some rocks or some metal. But heavy.
But there's also, some people do this thing where they enchant the arrowheads.
Oh.
Yeah. But the problem with that is it's just, you might as well just be shooting right.
That is cool, but I have heard tales of a magical quiver that changes your arrow's properties to make them deal some various types of damage. You might say I've procured this quiver.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty dope.
That is pretty dope.
It is pretty dope.
Nice.
Quite.
I bet that helps out a lot, too.
It helps out occasionally. I'll let you know once I've actually fired my bow in this thing we do.
So, but you can add to tool proficiency fletching.
Yeah, buddy. Let you say.
But that's about the extent of what Devon's going to be saying.
Alright, well, Devon sounds like a very aloof character, but I'm sure we'll become best of friends.
Nice. And I hope you will too.
So you can kill him right in front of me?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He'll be a corpse hanging outside your door.
Oh, Jesus.
But no, okay, so I've got 3 people left, and I forgot your rolls.
I rolled a 2.
Rolled a 2.
Like Lily goes
So
again.
Lily- This is actually pretty canonical, because actually while they're in the middle of making arrows, you kind of wander in. Well, actually, you
It sounds
don't.
like a euphemism in the middle of making arrows.
No.
Yeah, a bunch of pervs.
No, but, hold on a minute. Yeah,
Maybe.
no,
It's been a while since we've made
Sorry.
arrows.
you start to follow Quintus, but then you see, a lantern with an eye over in the corner, leading away from the grove of the ever-blooming lily.
Uh-huh.
And,
Lily just rolls off the tongue.
you recognize the symbolism there.
I would like to follow it.
So after a while, you follow these lanterns, there's another one, and then it leads to a basement. It's kind of like off in a corner there. But you go down there and,
Did anybody else see these lanterns? I'm curious.
I mean, I've been noticed there's lanterns there. Like, Quintus, you saw lanterns going there, but like,
Yeah, but I mean, they're lanterns.
Yeah.
I had better things to do.
like you recognize the symbolism.
I
As in,
see.
because these are like fallback lanterns, as you would recognize them.
Mhm.
But you make it to the basement, and then there you get down, you go down the stairs, and in the middle of the hallway down there is a stone door that with a language on it which you recognize to be thieves' cant,
Uh-huh.
and it says, for lack of a better on-the-spot riddle, speak friend.
Rogues go here.
It says rogue.
That me.
You say that me, and the door just kind of like, and it's like a jar a little bit now. You can get in. You see various leather-clad individuals, kind of sharpening knives or shooting a bow into a target. But you found what you were looking for initially when you went to go find Devon, which is the rogue's quarter.
Okay. Well, I will make myself known and just be like, hey.
You find the guy who's like instructing, because eventually someone's like, over there. Just over there. And yeah, he walks up to you and he goes, new recruit?
Kind of. I went to the wrong place first, so,
Alright.
so we're gonna try this again.
I done fucked up the first time.
See if I don't fuck it up again.
But he's a gray-skinned man with sharp ears. Kind of like his eyes are almost glowing in this like very dimly lit area.
Wow.
But he says, well, very well. We'll get you through the my name's Remley, by the way.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. We'll get you through the course of lockpicking, arrows, and just basic cardio if you'd like.
Nice.
And I'd like you to make. Hold on, I did have to write this down because it's Dex, Charisma, and Constitution saving throws.
Oh. With a D8. Oh, wait. Is that a D8? No.
Nope, D20.
Oh, heck. Wow!
That's going to count for 2, so you only need to make 1 more.
Wow!
Oh God!
You were
Dang
the
it.
best rogue in the land.
So he pulls you up to the lockbox. It's just like a training box. It's like I just pick the lock, and you're like, you flick your wrist. You put the pick in, flick your wrist. It just explodes open.
Nice.
And he's like, oh wait, well,
Dumb luck.
damn. Let's take you over to the cardio then, and you run for about 30 minutes straight. before you even start to sweat.
Nice.
And I'd like you to mark down 1 of 3 in your notes.
1 of 3.
You were the first one to actually get this because I was like, natural 20 would take one. Notes are at the very bottom there.
I know
This
that.
1 of 3 training. But you feel like yourself is beginning to improve from this.
Nice. These are good things.
Yes. Afterwards, he's like, well, I don't know how you got lost the first time. You seem pretty on the par on
You
this.
must have really fucked up.
I
In
assume,
life, not so good.
I assume
Pretty good.
I'm going to have to assume it was merely a clerical mistake here. That you were not immediately sent to me. So, I'm going to go have a drink.
Trying to sort myself out and feel bad about myself now.
Reevaluate how this fairy is
Looks
better
like you're the rogue master
sneaking
now.
around.
Yeah, so kind of take your job. Turn in your patch.
I wouldn't be, frankly, would not be shocked. And he heads over to a very obvious like bar area and he starts drinking a little bit.
It's kind
A
of
little
bad for
bit,
him
or a
now.
lot of it.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's like, this is my midday.
Have I hurt his feelings?
He doesn't look like, he looks like genuinely proud.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I thought he was just like,
He's like,
So
well,
immature.
I don't have to do much here.
cool, okay, then I feel good.
God
20 almost, natural 20. But, unless you'd like to talk to one of the recruits training, that'll be it.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Then moving on to Ulog. You head over to the chapel. And when you get to the chapel, Father Reich is absent, but there appears to be somebody at the head. Like there's a halfling man who's just giving in full plate with a great sword on his back, just like, all right, and that'll do it for the
the great sword to size.
Yeah,
It's adorable.
sorry. It's a great sword for him. It's a long sword for you.
It's cute. Continue. Sorry.
Yes. But he's just now finishing up his sermon, and he like sees you walk in, and all your eyes lock for a second. He's like, gives you a nod, and seemingly like knowing like, I know what I got to do with you. Your oath,
I'll say that.
pervert.
You too.
The people disperse, and actually, I need to check, make sure that was okay for him.
I feel attacked. I don't like it.
I feel attacked. I came out to have a good time. I've never felt so good.
Okay, no, not only is it okay for him, that's part of his vow.
Excellent.
To insult people?
I mean, oh, yeah.
Excellent.
There are vows of dickhood.
I took one myself.
No, but he sees you walk. This
Like
conversation
a weekend seminar.
doesn't call you a dick, but like
Yeah. I figured.
the conversation. But he finishes up. Everybody else disperses, and he like walks up to you, and you're a half orc. You're like about 6.5 feet tall, roughly. He's like a good 3.5, but you still feel like this guy could kick your fucking ass.
That's fair.
You're like, no, he's in plate. Gave it to him for a reason. But he looks at you and goes like, I assume you're here for the oaths. You
Yes.
look about ready for it.
Yes, sir.
What oath be taking today?
The oath of devotion.
Got a lot more people for vengeance. Took it myself, actually.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's just very potent.
Thanks for telling me. I have not changed my mind.
And you're sure for devotion.
I'm pretty sure.
Strict guidelines.
Yeah.
Not a
Are
lot
you
of
sure
just
about
kill when you want.
Yeah, I
I'm,
got that.
I'm just pulling your leg.
Such is life for an old knickerbocker like me.
Alright.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that
I'm
turtle
saying
was
the
left.
nonsense.
No, but your oath, your god, goddess, who you're devoting yourself to. Or, I guess, a liege or a person. Really, devotion's a little.
I had it written down.
You sort of deed. I think you put it in, like, notes. I hope.
Oh, Alexares.
Alexarius?
He who wards off war.
Ah,
It's Greek.
that's hilarious.
Because Garnet's deity is one in the God of War.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're also
child murder. Alright, moving on.
Alright, but let me go find one of... Say that word again for me, Gab?
Alexaris?
Yeah, Alexarius. He goes over and he fetches an idol that has a resemblance to Alexarius, and kneel before it, and I'll read off your vow for you. Alright. You promise to uphold the virtue of honesty, to not lie or cheat, and to allow your word to be your promise.
I do.
You promise to be courageous, to never fear to act, but to be cautious.
I do.
You promise to be compassionate, to aid others, to protect the weak, and to punish those who stray, to show mercy, and to temper it with wisdom.
I do.
You promise to practice honor, to treat others with fairness, and to let your honorable deeds be an example, to do as much good as possible while causing the least amount of harm.
I do.
You promise to be resolute to your duty, to be responsible for your actions and their consequences, to protect those entrusted to your care, and to obey those who have authority over you.
I do.
Rise then, Sir
Oolong.
Sir Oolong, and rise to your devotion. I didn't miss out.
Do I feel any different?
You feel as though you've been more further committed to your cause, and you feel watched, almost. But not like the creepy kind of watch, you know?
Like a wholesome
The
kind
good
of watch.
kind.
Like a whole, like you're being judged.
That's not much better, but
It's more
It's
like
got you.
It's not like a...
When Troy
But like
Bolton, when Troy Bolton showed up at Gabriella's house in High School
Right.
Musical, singing "This Could Be the Start of
When I
Something
play a
Good."
concert, I know people are watching me.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah,
the right
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Which stops
It's like you are being judged. But, he goes, alright, well that takes care of that. You're good and squared with your oath. Just remember your tenets, don't break them, and you'll be good.
I think that means I can't stand by anymore.
Now we're not on board with
You
child
say it to
murder.
him. You say, I can't
I'm
watch
telling-
any more kids get murdered. He goes, shit, I guess not.
I'm telling Colin.
What kind of life is this where I can't watch a child get murdered anymore?
You're taking away my rights.
Okay, but you're allowed to partake in training for the day if you'd like.
I'll go ahead and do that too.
Just on the off chance we get them 3 successes. Alright, so that's wisdom. I'll change charisma to strength. No, I'll change wisdom to strength. So a strength, a charisma, and a constitution save. Because they-
Strength, charisma, constitution.
yes.
Pillars of life.
Change that on my thing, actually. Because
That's a 19 for strength.
that's a success.
That's probably what's
success
next.
too. Charisma.
16 for charisma.
Actually, your save.
Oh, my save?
So it's much higher. It's 2 more higher. 18.
Okay.
Oh shit! You gone diddly done it. So you go ahead and you are doing amazing with your sparring. Like you beat your partner, who was randomly assigned to you.
Do my oath say anything about saying suck it after I kick his ass?
Maybe compassion.
Probably. Okay, I don't say suck it then.
You can think it.
Sorry, I literally scrolled off of it. Charisma. You're given your spellcasting training, your devotion praying, and you do that well. You pray back to Alexarius. I'm never gonna actually be able to pronounce it right, like outside of
I
what
don't
you
think
just
I'm
said.
pronouncing it right.
That's fine. I'd be surprised if that was the right word.
But cool.
And your constitution, you work out. So that's 1 of 3 training. You can write that in your notes.
Which is
1 of 3 training. Like 1/3 training.
okay.
You filled up 1 on a punch card of 3 that something great happens. But that's your training unless you want to have a conversation with someone.
No.
Garnet, you went to your training place as well?
Yeah.
All right. So you get there. Lorenzo's giving a little pep talk before, but you get at the end of it since you went to go grab something to eat. But then Gray comes up to you again and he's like, alright, buddy, you ready to get started again?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get jacked up. Alright,
Strength, Dex, and Constitution.
that's the slut.
It's literally just the left half of my
Yeah, it's that
stat
for
screen.
it's that for Dark too. Those are very physical classes. Success.
24.
Oh,
Strength.
hard success. You're like, boom. There's a shockwave when you lift things.
That's
Do you
how you
even
pronounce
lift?
it.
Fuck that.
I hope that helps.
15 on Dex.
Just passes.
And Constitution saving Dex. Ooh, 6.
Alright, so you were
Constitution's where I'm weak at.
on the verge of personal progression there, but you're just getting tuckered out a little too quick. You're putting more strength
God,
into
you
things
died.
than you need to.
Clearly.
Yeah.
There's a shockwave cut off my fucking... Look at him. He's all tuckered.
Oh.
Sorry. That made me... That tickled me. But no, you don't get any personal progression. But Greg goes, yeah, I see where you're going wrong there. You're putting a little bit more too much oomph into things, you know? Just try to, like, ease into things. You can tell he's, like, struggling a little bit with his words. Because it's kind of hard to describe physical things.
Gosh.
But it's like, just, do what I do, you know? And like, grabs a barbell and pulls it up above his head, like, this isn't helping, I don't think. But, I guess maybe this can. And he pulls up like a small thing of whey powder. He's like, if you put this in your milk and like mix it up, it really helps you build muscle mass.
Swole.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good. Doesn't taste too good at first, but you kind of get over the taste.
Okay.
Alright, but, you got anything? Alright, well, good workout. He slapped you on the back of your shovel floor a little bit.
Ow.
But that's your training.
Cool. Dope.
But hey, congratulations to Ulog and Lily for getting them 1 of 3s. Getting some personal progression.
Woohoo! I feel
Uh,
progressed.
The rest of you, all of you really, we meet up for lunch again. You eat lunch. I'm not going to make you describe your meals every day.
Well,
Make us.
see.
We'd be glad to.
Unless,
You know we would.
unless you just want to indulge our audience
know
in
we
some
would.
pornography of the food
Or at least
variety.
give some chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders.
Cheeky fingies.
Lily's very proud of herself.
They're
Can
not
she
on the
have a
board.
drink?
But they're not on the board. But you ask the hag, and she's like, I get some for you, sweetie.
Thank you.
Of course.
A nice zesty Italian sub.
What?
I got you. I got you.
And
And
some whole wheat bread, perhaps.
are you cool with that shit? You're gonna get white.
No, I'm gonna get wheat bread, you racist.
How would you even tell? You didn't even know what you were eating earlier.
Roll me persuasion. Persuasion for wheat over white.
They're like Martin Luther King.
Well, they are.
Okay. 11.
Yikes.
Just got. I'm like putting a DC, so I'm just gonna roll DC up.
Just make it.
You pass. She's like, you drive a hard bargain. She comes back with a meatball sub with wheat.
A bargain where
Nah.
neither party
What?
but
Seemingly through the conversation of wheat versus white, she forgot what you actually.
Well, I guess I'll just eat these balls.
You do that.
Quiz of no.
So, right.
You go ahead and roll percentile.
There's an 89% chance he's chilling around here.
Well, I was gonna. So roll me a d4.
Hello?
3.
You kind of glance around and you do see her on her food break.
How does she look?
She looks a little tired, just like fucking. There's a small group of dwarves
Around her? Is she Snow White?
at a different table, and one of them is like heckling
Oh,
for some godforsaken reason.
alright, I'm gonna sit down across from them.
On the fresh from the dwarves.
And yeah.
Okay.
Is she across from them or like next to them?
It's a different table.
Oh,
She's
well,
like,
well, I'm gonna sit.
I implore
I'm gonna
you to
sit
draw
with-
it.
I'm gonna sit
Yes,
with.
please draw this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
fucking
draw.
So right now, audience, we're using the battle map to fucking.
Hey,
Draw
you
the
know what?
cafeteria.
All's-
Draw the cafeteria.
all's fair in
Where's
love
the
and
status
war.
quo?
No.
Look, it's better by far to keep things as they are. Don't
I'm
mess
in.
with the flow.
Oh
No.
no.
G just means girl. I was gonna make it mean guy, but I don't know. Okay.
Where is
May
my
I
water?
recommend doing the little symbols? If that's your idea.
Time out. What time are we at?
We are at 44 minutes.
That gives
And
me
we don't have much
like,
to cut from the beginning.
Okay.
30 minutes.
So dwarf, heckling dwarf,
Heckling dwarf.
miscellaneous, Mariah.
Alright, I'm gonna pop right there.
Right between the two tables.
On her left side.
There is actually a joined chair there.
Oh, well, that's
That's a quintet.
Weird.
The quintet just goes like one ass cheek on two different seats.
So yeah, I'm gonna sit there in direct eye line between the heckling dwarf and Mariah.
Yeah, come on, dude. Oh, hey there.
Hey, bud, you alright?
Yeah.
Alright, why don't you eat your lunch? Have a nice day.
He looks a little toasted.
Good, well,
He's a dwarf. I'd assume he was.
It's
That's not
about it's about like 12:30. A little good day drinking is good for the man.
it's good dick to get drunk, alright?
I said day drinking, but okay.
I
Alright,
tried to say Dick.
There ain't nothing like that.
so
I'm
I'm gonna say, how about you enjoy your lunch, sir, and we'll enjoy ours.
roll me a persuasion check.
Come on, baby.
Oh!
Not only is he mesmerized,
But
but
yeah, you're right.
he's slightly aroused.
He's like,
you're right.
he's like, right. And like the guy next to him's like, shut down. Oh, fucking dumb motherfucker. Shut down. Stop. And he looks at you, the dwarf next to him kind of looks at you and goes, thank you.
Kurt
From
nod.
the bottom of my
Kurt nod. Turn back to what matters.
Yes.
Turn to Ryan and say, sorry if he was bothering you.
She looks at you and goes like, oh, I wish there were more people in this world like you. Genuinely, I do.
Feelings mutual.
So, how'd the interview with them go?
Went pretty well. I mean, about as any entrance interview went. Appeared to not check any bad boxes, because I'm still here.
Okay. You come to me this morning telling me that they just kicked you out.
Didn't Garnet literally just throw the banana? Well,
Yeah.
You're like, are you a ranger? Yeah, cool, you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not going to tell Mariah that.
Oh.
Nice. And
Gonna tell her how pretty her hair looks.
it does. Very smooth. Very few split ends.
Ah.
Very few.
Like if you could find them if you looked. But you're
I'm not gonna roll a perception check to look for flaws, because even if I rolled a 20, I wouldn't see them.
Damn.
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 Okay, you're just flirting with Colin? That's not a Mariah thing.
I'm hoping this translates into flirting with Mariah somehow, in a way that's subtle, and yet incredible. Much like my regular flirting.
But no, she's learning. Being that you don't hate them, they're like
I don't know.
acceptable human beings.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure they're a good group of
Well, I
people.
guess human.
Yeah, they're a good group of humanoids, and I'm sure we'll get along quite fine.
That's good.
They seem to be a little rudderless, but hopefully I can help them out.
Yeah, you might anchor them there.
Shit metaphors.
Yeah,
We both say them,
it happens.
and the
Shit, that
smoothness is gone. Just
No.
like that. Ships!
Yeah, he's
Love me!
But the new jobs have been posted for the bronze ranks, and it doesn't look like anybody else is actually jumping on them right
Oh,
now.
well, maybe we could check that out. Thanks for giving
Oh,
me a
after
heads up.
Garnet eats, he's immediately going.
But
We have to go without the group.
the rest of the group is here. You guys have, I assume, found your way to your own table, because I kind of went on a tangent here.
This
I
is
was
the
gonna,
most
I was gonna
important
describe
storyline.
my amazing grilled cheese with an awesome cheese bowl. Ooh.
Oh.
So good.
Well,
Oh,
there's
that's
one
a
of
long
the
time
celebratory glasses.
How does this
wine.
have more meaning?
Sorry, but that. Thank you.
That's some good shit. Golden on both sides.
I need mozzarella sticks
Oh.
again.
Oh no!
Damn it!
Anyway, so
Well, like Garnet's food is just basic.
Just like Garnet.
Or at least
Yeah,
gonna
I
offer.
was
Damn.
Or at least gonna
Turn-
offer
turn-
Garnet
turn-
like half for cosmic brownie.
Captain Holden.
Oh.
Which
Would you tell this guy?
I need everybody to roll me an
Yeah,
intelligence
so we
check.
can.
Oh, Lord.
Intelligence.
Yep, everybody on the table. Intelligence.
Oh hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Nat 20.
This food is too good. This food
7.
has been too good for too long. like you would understand like a week of like, oh, this is good food coming in.
Natural 20.
You also get this.
At a 9.
Nope.
11.
No.
7.
Nope.
13?
Looks like I'm
You get a
open
gist.
minded as hell.
Okay, but the two of you are like, the food has been too good for too long. You don't know how the Adventurers Guild can just afford to both pay like a good amount of money for services, but also pay to have like every single adventurer. And there's like roughly 100 adventurers for now. They drop by the day, but you don't know how they can afford to pay them and feed them this well. That's like whoever is doing finances is doing them wrong and is doing them intentionally wrong. Like this is like good food.
America?
Damn.
No, we're in Italy.
You are in Naples.
Are
Well,
you sure?
isn't Italian food just good no matter what?
But-
Accurate.
It's too good
As always.
is the problem.
I had a
Yeah,
terrible
right.
Italian wedding soup.
But like
earlier.
even you're eating like nothing. It's crap. You chose crap. That's like okay, this is just like grilled chicken and steamed vegetables, but it's delicious.
Yeah, they are.
Can't eat that every day.
And they
I
turn
know.
you into Huncules.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But I don't know, Daria and Garnet get that. The rest of you are kind of like just
Wait, no,
enjoying it.
don't you? Wait.
You got like
You got some of
this
it.
is a little too good.
I feel
Oh,
bad
but
for
you
not
didn't,
sitting
like,
with my
think about
adventures
it.
group,
Oh, I
but
thought you got a
it's not bad enough to get up.
Oh, maybe.
But no, okay. Before we get back into
Grilled chicken.
Mariah
steamed
and Quintus, what's the rest of the group? Just sitting and talking to each other.
I will
As
say-
soon as the meal's done, Garnet's gonna go check the board.
I sit at a nearby table and amuse myself by watching him shamelessly flirt.
I'm not.
Are you gonna take
shamelessly
notes?
flirting.
I am.
Ah, damn.
I'm going to actively take notes.
Okay, but actively take notes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But she says, no, the new quests have been posted on the board. New jobs for bronze is like adventuring yourself now. But there's 3 in particular that I think you guys should look at.
Oh.
Okay. There's one for an inn that has been constantly robbed. Like
Okay.
robbed every other week.
Guess we'll have to find a way in.
Less that, the owner has like offered to talk to us and has given us an option. But there's also these things in the sewers. That's a problem.
Things in the sewers?
Yeah, we've gotten a couple corpses out of the sewers, and they are rough. And none of them have like matching deaths. It's like some of them are poisoned, some of them are in pieces. It's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a big bandit camp also out towards like an hour south of here. There's also a bounty up for a Daniel Jones, I think.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he's been doing some risky shit with a cult.
As you do when you interact with any cult.
But no, those are the 4 that I think you guys should look at. The rest of them just they're garbage.
Thanks so much. I appreciate your input.
No problem.
You know, if you're ever sitting alone, I wouldn't mind eating with you again sometime.
I wouldn't either.
Alright.
It's nice to have someone with some goddamn common sense.
Likewise. I'll see you later, Mariah.
See ya. You need a stealth check if you're actually saying.
Wait, I know that's a 2, but my stealth
I know that's a 2.
is +6. That's an 8.
So, her passive perception allows her to hear this.
Oh no.
So you sing the first part of that again? Like
I'm
halfway.
holding up a note page that says "Don't sing."
Okay, I'm not saying that this has happened to me in real life before.
Let me finish. You get through the first half of that line, and she starts singing along with you through the half.
I need to walk away before my ovaries.
Okay, quick.
You are failing all the right checks and succeeding all the right checks.
I turn around, kind of
Too
like
shot.
blush and smile, and then keep going.
She doesn't even like actually notice she started singing the entire song. You're just kind of humming it to herself.
Oh, this is gonna hurt when she dies, and it's my fault. I know it is.
It's
You
not.
sick twisted monster.
Only if I kill her.
We're up to 4 minutes.
Oh,
Don't
really?
sing.
That's
Oh, sing,
really-
sing, sing.
Wait, what song were you guys singing?
It's from the critically acclaimed music Hercules.
Critically acclaimed music Hercules.
Yes,
look.
that's a legitimate sentence.
Okay. Garnet went to look at the board.
Listen.
You find... Make a investigation check. Delightful. You guys having fun there? Are you having fun in our D&D game?
16.
You find the 4 jobs mentioned. There's a job from an innkeep who says he's been robbed too many times, needs some adventurers to come in and pretend to be the staff. And when they come in at night, stop them and catch them or kill them.
Murder.
Then you didn't care what happens to them.
Alive or dead? Doesn't matter. Dead it is.
There's another one labeled Secrets in the Sewers. It says multiple bodies have been removed from the sewers of various causes of death, and it needs to be investigated and dealt with.
Can I take the 4 jobs down?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take all 4.
Yeah, you take them down, there's another one behind it. It's
I
just
felt like there was like a Terror Quest kind of thing under there.
there's one about a bandit camp saying bandit camp, and then there's like numbers behind like after it. Just like to there's been a couple. And then there's a bounty for one Daniel Jones. Okay. So you take a copy of each of these jobs. You also find a couple for goblin nests.
Oh, that's
Seemingly rather common.
cool.
There's also another one for a bounty on a Naples senator who was practicing necromancy. Something that you look at and go, sounds familiar. It's a bounty on a government official that still lives in Naples but hasn't been seen since a couple days ago. And I get him now right to follow up to this because I didn't think you'd actually take it.
I'm just gonna take that one, fold it up, kind of like tuck it in his coat.
All right.
Pocket.
Yes, coat pocket.
Yes, thank you.
Breast pocket. But all right, you've got 5 jobs. I assume you reconvene with the group.
Yeah.
I assume.
I go back to the table and lay them all out.
Yeah, I assume you also go back to the group.
Yeah.
Okay, so the party, all you find is the first one is the break-in bandits. A group of bandits have been breaking into an inn, stealing stuff, leaving in the night. And there's actually been 2 fatalities from this. There have been 2 workers who died.
I vote that one.
Yeah, me first.
All right, sounds good. Just to say the other 3, sewers, monsters in the sewers, been killing people, different from. Yes, pretty much.
But evil.
Bandit Camp 00042. And a cult leader named Daniel Jones is dead.
Figure we can take care of the inn first.
I say the end because I already have a plan.
No, that's fine.
Mhm.
And I was just thinking of the inn because we might be able to secure some free rooms if we're ever abroad.
My man.
Nailed it. Ian is in Naples.
Yeah.
Sometimes do things yourself.
It's actually really funny that we're doing this mission because I was thinking like, aren't it like the perfect undercover because everyone thinks that he's an NPC.
Might as well be. But
Oh,
so that's
okay.
2
The
votes.
rest of us are main characters.
Yeah.
This conversation is brought to the party that the inn is the one that both Quintus and Morrigan would do.
Darn it.
I knew I'd do it.
His name is Garnet.
Just
They're not like each
exist
other
in
at
this
all.
timeline.
or he exists. He
He's
existed.
the last boss.
He existed.
Oh God, he's Mariah.
No.
You know what? Let's just move on to something
Yeah,
our viewers
Garnet.
understand.
Yeah. So sorry. That Morrigan was his last character.
Accepting fan art for Fenrir's child.
No.
No.
We are
All right.
rejecting fan art.
Yes.
We're rejecting.
So far, the party has been somewhat silent, and there are still 2 votes.
Okay, I'm done.
Alright.
So be in first. Totally agrees.
Also done.
So it doesn't matter if the decider votes against it or not. It's already.
It's already decided.
Alright.
Can we say that Orly was reading a little bit during her lunch break just to get started on this one?
Sure. I'll say you got 15 minutes out of 20 hours. Okay. It's gonna be a minute for you on that one.
Yep. That's useful.
Yes, it's very useful. Okay. So at the bottom of this page, it does say to bring this to a receptionist to get you a meeting with the innkeeper to get this, because he has a plan he has suggested for the group that partakes of this mission.
Either I would say either Quintus or Garland, probably. And honestly, since they were in sync, almost immediately, probably.
So the two of you kind of like look at each other, and you both get up and go. Right there, Mariah's not at her desk because she was just eating lunch. You come over to the guy and he's like, "Oh, hey there, what's up?"
Garland's
Oh.
gonna slide the paper on.
He pulls up the paper and he goes, "All right, yeah, cool. It looks like Branowin actually posted this one. He owns the Busty Elf in town. It's a rough establishment, but it's been getting robbed lately, so it's been getting rougher. All right, I will set this up. He'll come by at about now. Looks at his watch. It's 1 o'clock. He can be here by 4 if you guys want to wait till 4, and we can.
Can you get here any earlier?
Oh,
Time to wait. Have it happen on his terms. That's how we do this.
probably, but I don't imagine he'd be too happy about being like, well, find someone literally now to cover your shift and get over here. You know,
We understand. We'll wait.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's fair. He's working right now, probably. It's, what is it, Saturday?
No.
Yeah, it's Saturday. You don't want to keep him. But yeah. Alright. And if you want to grab your entire party, and we can get that set up.
Okay.
So, is everybody waiting for 4 o'clock? Or are you
Garland's probably gonna train a little more before 4 hits.
a little tired to be training again? Once a day thing.
Orly's reading, but kind of dozing off on her book.
So that's 3 more hours on the book. And you guys doing anything in the time period between 1 and 4?
It's safe to
Mm.
Garland's
What
probably
are
just
gaming
gonna.
consoles?
I'm gonna take a nap.
There's magazines.
I'm actually going to meditate.
They have Fallout 76.
Garland's actually also gonna meditate.
The literal 76th game.
Alpha and Omega.
All he literally does is train.
4 o'clock rolls around, and a disheveled dwarven man walks in and he goes, "Alright, Aaron, you sent for me." And Aaron looks up from his desk. The receptionist who is in Mariah's place. He looks up and says, "Yes, the group Can't Adventure is here to talk to you about that job with the inn." Oh, fuck. Finally posted it 2 days ago. You'd think more people would have hopped on it. Alright, I assume it's this group.
Yep. Can't Adventure reporting for duty.
Aye, aye.
Pleasure to meet all of you.
We said duty.
Right.
Outstanding. Alright. Damn, didn't write down the
mean?
price for that one. I'm willing to offer you all 150 gold pieces if you can catch these bandits that have been breaking in. Now, the problem with this is I'm short-staffed. So I'd like if you guys could cover the night shift for a couple nights, like a week. I'll pay you for the nights that you work.
Okay.
It's a
Sure.
meager earnings, but it's the real earnings at the end of the good job.
Honest pay for honest work.
Yeah.
This cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
But
Did you know that some crops actually grow better?
luckily there's luckily there's 6 of you, and really there's 3 things that really need to be done in my inn. There's the cooking, the serving, and the whoring. But I'm fine with you guys taking 3s into your positions, and I can call in some of my
Yes.
I don't assume any of you would like to.
No.
All right. I wouldn't hope to. But the Busty Elf in town is and he gives you directions to the Busty Elf in Naples. Sorry, Kanan just kind of pulled a poltergeist and ripped his skin off. All right.
So who's cooking and who's serving?
So how
I'll
this works?
serve.
Wait, hold on. Let me actually look at my fucking thing instead of just saying things.
Welcome to D&D, Illuminuts.
Okay. There's actually 4 positions. There's. So he explains to you on the way that since the break-ins, there's been a dip in business, so how it works is there are 3 positions you can take on this job. There is cooking, serving, which is like waiting on people and bartending, and being outside garnering business to the restaurant.
I will garner business.
Garnet will serve.
You will serve? Serve well. Okay. So this is night 1. Positions, everybody else has gone home. It's about 7 o'clock, unless you guys are going to do something between 5 and 7. 2 more hours. Anybody else?
I am flipping a quarter on a table.
The goal is to have you guys working here. So he looks around all you guys and says, alright, so carrying weapons and wearing armor into the establishment as an employee is a little unscrupulous unless you're willing to hide it somewhat.
What about outside the establishment?
Well,
Stand
you
out
can't
the
quite
door.
work and inside the establishment. But if you're garnering business, it might be a little easier because it's going to be nighttime while you're garnering business. But don't go, like, screaming my name in the middle of the night.
Any chance I could keep my bow just tucked under the counter while I bartend?
Yeah.
Yes, I actually have a spot there where I keep a nice broom. And he pulls it out, and it's got, like, a spearhead on the end of it.
Okay.
I was like,
So yeah, Garnet was gonna stow his sword then.
There's enough room for 3 people's weapons.
You idiots, we've all got swords.
Yeah, fine.
From a lab.
Did everybody hear that?
Yeah.
Enough room for 3 people's weapons. So far we've got Quintus and Garnet's weapons stowed under the counter. There is an upstairs where there are rooms where one of the rooms has been like cleared for you guys. Well, 2 of them.
I'm gonna just keep in mind.
If we're gonna fight inside, I have no reason to. Well, my pike's all I've got. I was gonna say I could put my pike up, but
I'll put my crossbow.
Is there like a barrel or crate outside that I could store my war pick in?
There is barrel. Looks like the person that normally garners business sits there.
So just like hide it on the
Hey, buddy. Do you think you could keep just behind you?
I guess I'll.
Well,
put
it's
my
empty
pike
right
in the
now.
back.
It's as the shifts are
Not
changing.
upstairs.
It's going to be whoever's going to be garnering business. You guys will be
Shift
working
change.
here for a moment.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it inside the barrel
I don't
and
like
then ask the
working in
guy
real
to
life.
get up.
Honestly.
Yeah, we don't play D&D to work more, Colin. We're not even getting paid for this.
You can live out your fantasies with customers who are dicks. You just stab them if you want.
Yeah, but how am I going to keep my cover?
Well,
So I can kill the person that's killing people under the covers.
That's right.
Anyways, I'll find a corner or something to put my pike in, maybe disguise it as a coat rack. that way it's nearby,
Creepy
but it's
Morty.
not
Hold up. Let me go ahead and look and see what check I want you to make.
One
Seems
dance for
ours.
10, 2 for
Stealth?
25.
I was thinking stealth, but I'm thinking performance.
It's coat rack.
As like an artistic performance.
Modern art.
To try and dissuade.
A nice 10. Right in the middle. It's a
So,
mediocre coat rack.
You see a hole, like a hole in the wood in the ground, and you kind of like put your pike in it. Fits.
I put a coat on it.
It's pretty convincing.
Good enough.
You imagine,
Right.
you imagine the average person will look at this and go, "Yeah, it's coat rack, it's taken."
I go.
Right. Alright, and
Very is a mic.
who will be wearing their armor while they work? Doesn't wear, wears?
You
Does he have
yeah.
armor?
What do I even have?
Well, do you have armor equipped? Because if you do, you shouldn't. Okay, we'll check your.
Well, turtles
If
have
you
an
don't, then your armor class shouldn't be 16.
Oh wait, maybe it went up to for something else.
There was something you gave her when she studied with, what's his face?
Devon?
Yeah.
No, I thought that was something he did.
Oh, you have a shield, that's why.
Oh.
I'm just stupid.
I also am stupid.
I have my scale mail, but.
I don't think
That's
I'm wearing
armor
any
right there.
armor.
And no, I don't want to take it off.
Okay, you don't want to take it off? Okay. I need a
Well,
stealth check to disguise the armor, or the working uniform.
my AC is 11 plus my Dex modifier.
18.
Plus
So,
4, which was
15.
surprising.
You put the work uniform on. You look in the mirror. Not
Dex
too
based
many.
AC.
It's not too weird. It looks fine.
Okay.
And you wish to work in your uniform.
I just don't want
In
my
your
AC.
From outside, that would look fairly normal.
Well,
Especially if you're outside
it's
at night.
outside at night, yes.
And that would be fairly normal.
I feel like he could, if you were going to put the uniform over, he should roll it.
He did. You would. Because he's at night. At low light.
I'm gonna do that.
Well, unless somebody has low light.
From everyone, slay.
Stealth check at advantage. But wait, you're wearing heavy armor, right?
Yeah. That
That's only for
disadvantage.
moving silently. You're fine. You have
Oh,
advantage. I was just making
So
you stress.
advantage.
Thank
Well,
God.
anything's better than that.
Oh yeah, advantage. I thought
Another one. Another one.
Plus.
not enough.
Yeah,
You're kind of wearing an apron over chainmail.
I'm just gonna look at
Slick.
nah, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna go with armor.
Okay.
No.
Just outside,
Not
fully
that big of a
geared
deal.
Well, not fully geared. You get your weapon behind it. All right. So, who's doing what on night one?
Bartending is Quintus.
Bartending,
Bussing tables.
bussing tables,
Bring it in business.
garnering business.
Can I get one of those
Probably,
flippy signs with like the arrow? Like
It's no
Sneaky
way to
rewards
make
card.
noses.
Actually, if the bar's big enough,
Thank
bar's
you.
probably gonna bartend.
Okay, that's 2 bartenders.
Well, he's gonna go.
Do you want to
Go.
log into Uplay?
No one wants to log into
Waitress?
these.
Wait.
Bus-
Oh,
Bussing.
that's what you're doing. Okay,
So I've
nice.
got 1 server,
Server?
2 bartenders, a shout boy, shout boy if I
I don't
can,
know if I
and a
can-
cook. Said I have a cook. So I know what you're doing again? I immediately forgot.
Serving?
Serving. Okay. So you guys have a slow first night. Bartenders, since you're working in a pair, I'm going to allow you guys to make dexterity
Sleight of hand.
actually check.
Actually
Because
proficient.
I think I wrote down what I wanted you guys to make here.
A pair?
I want
Sleight of hand.
I want a
Dexterity check.
For what? A
No sleight of hand,
buttering
just
knuckle.
dexterity.
working with
22.
You're alone.
Nat 20.
You guys are like in a montage
Never
scene.
met.
But
immediately. Hey!
Yes, it's a scene straight out of the road to El Dorado. You guys might as well.
This is
be.
everything we have ever wanted for the last 4 years.
You're like in sync, sliding drinks between each other, finishing off each other's drinks.
We'll sing later, but you know.
All right. Orly is cooking. You're cooking alone though. That
I can barely reach the stove.
It is a-
and all of the other.
it is a survival check.
Where's the lamb sauce?
It's fucking wrong.
Like Lily goes back there. What are you? An Indian sandwich?
You said survival.
Survival.
15.
The food is good. It's better than the average quality that's normally put out from this kitchen.
Better than expected. for
This is
someone
like the
who
Dark
grew up in the
Brotherhood
woods.
quest, where like you could throw a septum into the thing.
Okay, and then serving.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and
Now
find
when you
that.
just throw the food in. No, like you fumble it.
Oh, yeah, that sounds more like me.
That is a dexterity check.
Call this drink the Quintus.
Nice.
It's pure
Uh,
alcohol.
You find a pair of no, you don't. You don't find a pair of rollerblades because you're flying.
How about rollerblades to kill us?
No, you are
She
buzzing.
works at Sonic now.
You're buzzing between tables, getting everybody's orders. You're getting back to Orly pretty quick, and she's keeping up.
We are just the dream team.
I need-
No, that's them.
That's us. It's
Actually,
Quintus and Garnet.
well,
We're
Relax.
She got a 22.
I should have actually had you
No,
on
I
first
just
since
want-
you're
I know.
garnering business
That's
to see
funny.
how the night would go.
No.
Yes.
Let's see if we
The
get more
whole team.
business.
Yeah.
Okay, so
See what
first
happens when Garnet joins.
charisma check.
Well, that one's going away for a while.
So that was a
He's
5
the
there?
mayor.
No, I don't want that.
5
Yeah.
plus.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, good thing. This keeps in my canon. It was a slow night. Not many people are sent in. They kind of like every now and then you're like, "Hey, go in there."
No.
Walk in, bitch.
Okay. But you guys reach the closing mark, where it's 2 a.m. and it's time to close the restaurant. And people go home. Is anybody keeping watch as we go to sleep?
That's pretty good. I thought the whole point was to stay up and look for the killer.
Yeah.
And we're staying up to the night?
Probably.
Or at least stay up a while because
Much
she
like
took
work.
she
Going with the night, boys.
she took her nap earlier whenever she was done reading, so stay.
I think I'm probably gonna get some rest.
I will as well.
I'll take the first watch then.
First watch
I will
is
also stay
Quintus,
Orly.
Quintus, Orly, and Oolong. Lily, what you doing? Sleeping or watching?
She's watching.
Yeah,
Dear
He
listeners,
said,
she's wearing a watch.
and fiddling with it.
I think she's actually fixing the time.
I just realized it was not the right time at all.
But are you
Time's a social.
on watch or are you going to sleep?
And
3 people are on watch.
Oh, well, then I guess I'll just sleep.
You take some.
I need perception checks from the 3 on watch.
That's not a very effective way to roll dice.
21?
16.
18.
You all get this. Now, in the midst of the night, it's late. You can hear the owls, and like, all of a sudden there's a doo doo doo. Y'all open? From the front door.
I will answer the door.
Yeah, you open the door, and there's just like a guy,
No.
just a human guy, just like, you guys open it. I tried the door. It was locked.
Come right in.
Okay. So you invite the guy in.
Yeah.
He walks in and kind of sits at a table.
Your waitress is asleep.
That's fine. One guy. I got this.
Hey there.
Yo, just let me get something from behind the bar real quick, and I'll be right with you.
I'll keep an eye on
Some adventurers take chances.
Do you kill him?
No. I go, have a drink on the house. What do you like?
Anything's good, really. Bourbon's nice.
I will take the strongest drink we have, and I will pour him a full glass.
What do you tell him it is?
Absinthe.
Oh shit, yeah.
Absinthe.
He's
Absinthe.
dead. He's not.
I was like, guys, we got him. Mission
did it.
accomplished.
Okay, but no, the 2 of you are awake when this happens, and
All of a sudden, you all wake up with XP. Like,
What's happened?
I leveled up.
Nice.
Why am I level 4?
Why do I hear about music?
But no, you
I have meta knowledge.
you watch him just start drinking. He keeps drinking. His eyes open. He keeps drinking. He puts the glass down and goes like,
That's impressive.
shit. And his head hits the table.
I'm gonna
He's at like a sack of bricks.
I'm gonna scoop
Red
him up
neutralized.
and take him outside and gotta lay him down.
Lay him down.
Yeah.
Alright, I will park it back in my spot.
Do you relock the door?
Yeah, I relock the door, sit
You let
down.
me back in.
Perhaps yeah, of course. I perhaps use my newfound fletching skills to perhaps whittle something for my
Little
love.
taste of
You take a chair and just smash it and take it away.
Whittle something for Mariah.
Alright, are we making something of Mariah or making arrows?
Except for Mariah. I have
Okay.
plenty of arrows. I have yet to fire an arrow.
You know what? Yes. I will allow you to make a sleight of hand check to carve something.
You fool. I'm gonna get a nat 1. No, but a 15.
So, what are you trying to carve? Like, structure.
Something. No, I'm not happy.
I carved a heart for her, because I heart her.
I carved a rock for someone once.
I just carved just a small arrowhead. Something to remember me by when I will surely perish on this adventure.
Okay. You got like a coaster and you...
Yeah, make a nice little necklace with an arrowhead on it.
Okay.
It's
No, yeah.
not like sharp so it doesn't stab her,
It
but
turns out okay, you know?
Snakes.
This isn't stab. I mean, you've done that. Oh, I knocked that bitch over.
I've done better until I met her.
But the rest of the night,
But
goes by, and the only disturbance was one guy who's just looking for a drink.
we have the killer.
No, but the morning shift comes in with Brennan. Brennan?
Fraser?
He walks in and goes, I was kind of like eyeing the drunkard. He like passes like,
Oh yeah, I owe you a glass of absinthe.
gotcha.
You could just take it out of my wages.
Sorry.
Nothing happened last night.
That's fair. I didn't think they would. That's just why I'm hiring you guys
Yeah,
from
new
multiple
change. Want to see the new route. They'd be
100%.
idiots if they came in with new people.
But very good. I didn't get any calls last night or anybody coming to my doors wondering why poison was being served or anything. So I suppose y'all did a fine day's work. So and he gives everybody 7 silver pieces.
Oh.
Right, and you guys would like to stay upstairs in the inn rooms for the night, because I don't imagine any of you got much sleep.
Besides those of us who slept.
Yeah, besides those of you I assume did sleep. Because why wouldn't you take the advantage of
By the
sleep?
way.
But after that, he's like, well, if you'd all like to go ahead and sleep, and I'll wake you up when it's time for... Well, actually, you can wake up whenever you like, because I guess you gotta start working at 8 tonight, and then until 2 a.m. when we close. And then keeping watch until 1.
If it's a new day, Garland's gonna go train and then come back, sleep.
I've been up for like 16 hours, so Quintus is gonna hit the hay.
So everybody takes a long rest, and that's the beginning of the episode here. But
We all leveled up.
well, no, but everybody does receive 25 points of experience for working.
Your first.
And for those of you that didn't get a check, well, you might have been able to apply yourselves better.
What
But,
kind of
no.
XP do you get for finding true love? Just asking for a friend.
That's role-playing experience.
All of it.
It depends on the milestone.
Okay.
Like, per
Fair enough.
milestone, you will get experience for establishing your
Your
relationship.
first kiss.
Third base,
How dare you?
500 points.
The Gryffindor.
That's the nerdiest shit I've ever
Quintus.
fucking
Wait,
said.
we kiss and tell.
do it. No, stop. We didn't do an outro.
No, I tried to get to it, but I got distracted. But catch us on Spotify, on Facebook, Tumblr, all that good. Our Patreon's up. If you want to support us.
It's finally up.
It's fine.
I mean, finding us is a bitch and a half, but once you do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illuminati Media. But
smash that like button.
we'll see you all next time.